time is 5:29. Let's see how this looks. Thinking. Okay, you can see me. 4 people already. Hello. On time tonight, a little bit early. I have a lot of stuff to get through again. We had 89 items last week, just to give you an idea. So that takes about an hour and a half. Hello, Deborah Kennedy. Tonight we have 85. So, hello, Irma. So we'll wait till we get to double digits and we will dive in. We got a lot of different things tonight. Hello, Miss Kathy OG. Hello, Jackie. Hey, Terry. Now, Ms. Merciel's not sure if she can get on or not. She's having some phone issues, so hopefully she can make it. Hello, Peggy. Hey, Mel. I think everybody on here knows the drill. You have to say sold and what the item is. Hello, Barbara. Make sure you say what the item is. Don't just say sold, because there can be lag anywhere from 15 seconds to almost a full minute, it seems like. I could be on like the 3rd thing, and for some reason, some people are just seeing that other item. Hello, Lisa. And don't forget, it goes by majority rules. I will ask for everybody in the room who they saw first, because you're always going to see yourself winning first, because you're going to hit enter. So, of course, your name's going to show on your screen, but that doesn't mean how it came through the internet onto Facebook. So, you know, as I keep saying to Don and other people, if Mark Zuckerberg would spend more money on his current Facebook and get these little glitches fixed instead of his little metaverse, it would be working a lot better, but you know, so we'll see how that, if he can actually get this working a little bit better, where it's more live, where you guys are at the same time as me and not these big lags. So we have 15 people. Again, you have to say, hey, Debbie and John, you have to say sold and what the item is. This is not an auction format. I show you the item and the price is what is on it. So we will get going on this. And the first item up is from our vendor, Burning Sensation Antiques. Why is that taped up on there like that? We have a well, it's a repro of it's made in China. It's a Mountain Dew Yahoo Ford truck for $3.20. Has a damaged rear bumper and fender. So yeah, so there's a break here. You can see where that broke off, and there's like the little pieces here. If you're good with glue, you can glue it back on. Otherwise, it's just a cute little truck to sit there for $3.20. And again, it has a little break on the bumper, so it's been a little fender bender, but the rest of it is metal and plastic. And it's got that all over it. I have the truck to the box. Yeah, I was very good. I only had like 45 items, but as I went around and turned off lights and a lot of people brought in stuff today, I ended up pulling up more stuff. So that is always the case here. So we'll see if Don joins in today, because a lot of times he's been they have problems out on the rail or whatever, and he doesn't get his break when he should. So I have a nice brass etched and then colored and tinted, engraved in enamel chalice vase for $11.20. Now, what is interesting about this one is it's made in India. It's, what does she say? 8.5 inches tall, 4.5 inches wide. What's interesting about it is the stamp is not just India. This is made in British India. So you can date that a little bit when India was a colony of Britain. So it's got some pretty paint left in there still. There's blues in here and reds. It's got some nice age to it. Beautiful patina. This is engraved. And that is just $11.20 for the antique brass piece from Redeemable. Oh, there you are, Miss Merciel. Yeah, I didn't see Pam pop in yet. So I have 2 of these available. Let me know if you want one or both. These are B&G Block Guggenheimer pickle jars. They are just $3.20 each. They are a good sized jar. They're still a little bit wet inside. They must have just rinsed them out, so you can do a little bit more rinsing on those. But these are $3.20 each with the yellow screw caps. They're barrel shaped. And I think they were pickles. So there's $3.20 on each of these jars. One jar for Norma or both? And I got Norma for a jar. Hello, Norma. Just one, you got it. Hello, Brenda. So just to recap, Brenda, really quick, if you just got on, B&G pickle jars, one left, $3.20 each, and then a British India engraved chalice colored brass piece for $11.20. It's 8.5 inches tall. So those are both available still. Hello, Lynn. And one pickle jar to Deborah Kennedy. So we are out of pickle jars. Yeah, I saw those on my way up. They were just in today, that vendor, so. A lot of them are leave things that they price really well right on the end, especially on a Wednesday when I come around and grab my stuff for the auction, for the sale. We got a taker for the second one. All right, this is it's got a little bit of patina on it. It is a 14.5 inch tall brass candlestick for $15.20. It holds your taper candle. It's very interesting. It's like the chamber kind of top part up here, and then you have this. It's not as heavy as it looks. It has a good weight to it. I don't know. I guess you probably could. I don't see why not. Just make sure you scrub it really thoroughly and underneath the lid. Should be fine. I mean, it's a pickle jar for all these years, so. Hey, Leah. Let me know now if you want it. If not, Norma will take it. I can't guarantee you if it's food safe or not. So we have this nice candlestick for $15.20. It is brass, and it is tall. It is 14.5 inches tall. And while we're on a brass kick here, I have this cute little mouse. He does have some little staining kind of things on him, as brass tends to do. And he is just, he's $20 for the large mouse with large ears. He's 8.5 inches tall. And he can hear everything you're saying. Oh, you definitely, yeah, you can, okay, you'll take it? Yeah, definitely put sauerkraut in them. The fruit should be fine too. He has a little, yeah, he just has some little staining, and he is $20 for the large brass. Yeah, absolutely. Now we have two of these. These are newer. They have a plastic cork instead of real cork, and they're $2 each. They're little cruets, and they are made in Turkey, and they're just $2 each. They are glass with a plastic stopper, so these are quite usable as cruets or anything else you might want to put it in there. And these are just $2 each. Want one or want both? And again, it is a plastic, so you don't have to worry about the cork falling apart into your oil and vinegar. So $2 each on the cruets, made in Turkey. Okay. We have this really nice clear glass reamer, just came in from Belmont Farmhouse, $6.30. I'm not feeling any chips on it. The top is ridged, so you can push your grapefruit or your orange on there, whatever you're making juice out of. It is the larger one. And that is $6.30 for the clear glass large reamer. I have the juicer for Jackie. Now, for those just joining us that have never watched before, there's no registration. You just say sold, and you have to say which item it is because of the lag with Facebook. If you think you're first, you're always going to be first because you're hitting enter. We go by whoever we see first in the room, and then majority rules, because sometimes it might be a different order on other people's for whatever reason. And just say sold the item. If you've never purchased from us before and you need an item shipped, just direct message me your email address and your zip code, and we send you a PayPal invoice, and you can either pay the PayPal invoice or call in with your credit card number, and we enter it directly into our credit card machine. Do not send us your credit card information. We enter it right here. We do not write it down. Did you want to hear the price on it? It's $8.40. All right, so the Pox are getting the oiler for $8.40, and that is an Eagle brand. And that is a good deal. She just brought that one in today. that over with your card. Okay. Anything. Okay, so we have this cute little made in Japan. It's an older one. Little planter for $3. I don't know what, a sheep? I think it's maybe a sheep. And he looks to be a little Art Deco. I'm going to say based on the stamp in that it is pre-World War II. And it's a tiny little planter or match holder or little cachet holder. And he is just $3 from our Bronx Man Cave. Okay, now there is some condition issues on this. As you can see, there is a crack in this portion of the metal, and other than that, there's a lot of rust on it. It is an old wood pulley for $14.40. We have a lot of people that use these for making lights out of them or anything else, or just to hang them because it's a really cool antique, and it's just $14.40 for the block and pulley. And like I said, there is some rust. You have a little break in this portion. So that's the price on that, and it's got this great old metal hook. So a nice old piece here for just $14.40. And that is from Jazzy Junk. I have the pulley for Miss Christina Lloyd. Good evening, Christina. Okay. I've got stuff spread all over here tonight, so bear with me as I gather everything. This is a really good little deal on this. This is from the Earthcraft shop in Rossville, Pennsylvania. There is some rust on it here. It is the smaller candles. It's a little wrought iron, cast iron wrought iron candle holder for $2.40. And that is from our vendor, Vintage Crush. A little bit of rust on it. Smaller candles. That's really adorable. It's just $2.40 for that little candle holder. And it's wrought iron. Okay. I also have from that same vendor, this has a little tiny ding here. And it is $4.80 because of that little ding. It is 2.5 by 3.5 inch pewter cup by Webb. It's actually marked pewter Webb on the bottom, and it still has its original paperwork. Early American pewter by Webb Silver Company out of Philadelphia. And again, it does have a little ding in it right here, and that is $4.80 from our vendor, Vintage Crush. Candle holder to Miss Kennedy. Okay. Now this is new, but it's vintage style. I'm not seeing any loss of paint on it. Green and white splatterware enamelware bowl for $4.90. That's from Belmont Farmhouse. It is a smaller bowl. It is new, but it's a vintage style. It doesn't have any labels on it, so I don't know how food safe it is or anything. More decorative than anything, probably. But like I said, there's no chips in the paint or anything, and that measures, the diameter is 6 inches across by 2.5 inches tall, and that is just $4.90. And also in that same pattern is the plate, like the little, more like a cereal bowl with the dip, and that's also the same price, $4.90. So we have the new green and white enamelware splatterware, $4.90 for each piece, and these are new vintage style, so very pretty, especially you got your greens coming out for the fall colors. We've had this up before, but for this price, I thought since we have a lot of new people joining us that do like to do craftings and such, she's got this as is because of the gloss of the finish in it. There are no cracks in the bowl. Now we have the bowl, the salad big bowl, and then we have 4 of the small bowls. So you're getting 5 wood bowls here for $8. Okay, and you can see, like I said, there is finish missing. So these would be fun if you do any painting projects or anything, just to play around with, just putting out little wood bowls with little things in them. Great little decorative pieces, and that's $8 for all 5. And they are wood. And that is also from Jazzy Junk. I have this nice little pineapple copper made in Korea, so probably 1970s, early 80s. 7x10 copper mold, $9.60. It's more decorative than a mold. It's got the hook on it. I have the bowls for Deborah Kennedy. So $9.60 for it's copper colored on the outside and then stainless steel inside, but it's more decorative, and that is $9.60. So you have the word welcome as well as the pineapple, which also means welcome. I have the bowls and the copper to Deborah Kennedy. So the pineapple is like a universal symbol for welcome. When around here, apparently in New England, those really large barn stars that you see, the big metal ones, back in the early days, that was also another welcome. So if you saw those on a barn or a house, the big metal stars, that's also another form of welcome. And that was apparently a very New England thing to do. It's a very good price, $8 for 5 bowls. Absolutely. That's why I said for that price, you can play around with them. You screw up on them, you're not too worried about it. Okay. I do have a real antique tonight, so and it is priced as such. So I don't always pull everything that's, you know, super inexpensive. We do like to pull things that are sometimes old. So here we have a true stereoscope, and this is $64 with 31 cards. So you have the glass eyes there, you have the wood frame here, you have the handle that comes down so you can hold it up, and then the images almost appear 3D. So this is $64. It does have 31 cards, and it has and we have the viewer, which is in actually remarkable condition. So if you're looking for a real true antique, and if you always wanted a stereoscope, that's a really nice price. It's in really fantastic condition, and it comes with 31 cards for $64. That is from our vendor, Birding Sensation Antiques. So just remember, if you're watching this afterwards, because it doesn't look like it's going to be remains of the sale, I have the scope going to Brenda. Fantastic price on that, and the condition it's in, and that comes with all those slides. You're going to like that. I've seen them before, and the lenses on this are so clear and clean. A lot of times they're foggy, or they're missing sometimes. I always find them in this good a condition. So Don will make sure he packs that, as he always does. He packs very well. He'll make sure he packs that extra special. Yeah, it's one of the things that I always... I might have one. I probably have. I have so much stuff. I did grab a tiny little doily tonight for $2. It's tan with the hand-stitched little yellow flowers, orange trim, a nice little fall guy, and that is small. Was that like 4 inches? Oh, a little bit bigger than I thought. 5.5 inch diameter. I had the doily for Miss Lloyd. Oh, your husband. Excellent. Yeah, we're coming up on, yeah, that's a very nice gift. Absolutely. Who got the doily? Christina. And you have, what else do you have? What do I have for you over here? Oh, the pulley. Okay. All right. I saw this when I was bending down to tie my shoelace on a bottom shelf. I just thought this was so darling. It's 7.5 inch diameter. Royal Crown Arnott Roman Festival. It's a tiny, it's a very sweet little stand for $8. Occupied Japan. It's in pristine condition. Beautiful little piece of porcelain. And it's on a little stand. And the top, the diameter is 7.5 inches, and it stands 3 inches tall. I have the stand going to Peggy. Good grab on that. I've seen people taking things from like the Dollar Tree and gluing them together to make these things, and they're selling them for more than that. And this is a real nice old piece. Very pretty little plate. It's a good thing I had to tie my shoelace because I would not have seen that. All right, we have this little guy that's been holding stuff, and it's for sale now. It's got some staining along the edges, no chips or anything. This is Anchor Hocking Orange Ribbed Planter, and it's just $3. So it does have a little bit of, you know, might need a little bit of a cleaning, but no chips or breaks. And it's the ribbed Anchor Hocking Orange Ribbed Planter for $3. And that is, there's no hole in the bottom, so you're not able to put a plant in there that needs draining. It is about little 3.75 inches tall. And the top diameter is 3.5 inches. Just great little color for the fall. Just $3. Darn it. Here we have a sock darner for $2.40. It is the egg shape. It is solid wood. It is painted black. $2.40 for the vintage sock darner. Okay. The pickle jar, Deborah. It's 8 inches tall. Okay, still on it. So 8 inches tall on the pickle jar. All right. Sock darner, $2.40. That's a good price. It is solid wood. It is painted black. $2.40. All right, we have just the holder. This would hold a, okay, we have a baby, it's a quinometer. It was a baby thermometer holder from 1938. It doesn't have the thermometer anymore. It's $4. And it's just a pretty blue, I don't know, maybe you can put something else in there. Well, it holds this thicker marker, so it'll hold a thin pen or a paintbrush or whatever. And it's just a really pretty color blue, and it does have all the writing on the back. The 5-purpose nursery thermometer is to test the food, milk or food, bath water, internal bathroom, and sleeping quarters to make sure that the baby's room was apparently 72 degrees is what you wanted your baby. I have Joe Latow for the sock mender. Okay. All right. So we still have the little thermometer holder for $4 available, and that pretty blue from the 1930s, and that is $4. Now I'm not going to blow this. It does work. It is a whistle. It is a vintage Acme, so this is from the Wile E. Coyote collection. Gemsco on this side here, and this is $6.40 for the vintage, the Acme Thunderer, made in England. And it has the little piece of the cork ball in there, so when you blow it, it really whistles really loud. It has the little hook here for your little chain, and that is $6.40. I have the whistle for Christina Lloyd. You do know how to whistle, don't you? Around here, these are great for the bears and stuff. Anything you can do to be safe, right? All right, I have the whistle going to Miss Lloyd. We have for $8, 1890s thumb press small oiler for the sewing machine. So this is from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and this would have been the little oiler. It is empty now. That would have came with the, or you would have bought separate for your sewing machine. And this is $8. They call it thumb press because it fits the size of your thumb. And this would be a narrow enough top so that you could pour your oil. I have the oiler to Norma. I have Norma on the oiler. Don's going to be happy. Small things selling. Small, small. Okay. Yeah. Oh, those are clouds. Okay. It's not really quite, I guess the way the glass, it sits in the glass, there's a little gap here. It's a Currier and Ives. What is the name on this? salmon fishing window sun hanger for $2. Oh. I don't know how well you can see that on the screen. And I'm hoping I'm not pausing on there. All right, so that is Courier and Ives. Again, there's a little gap here, but that might just be because of the soft frame on it, and it's just $2 for the window hanger, Courier and Ives. The two gentlemen salmon fishing. I have the Norma for the Courier and Ives hanger. Check over here. All right. I have a bag of small embroidered lace pieces, only pieces, for $3.20 from our vendor Reloved with Heart. You can see there's a bunch of little pieces in there. There's even a couple little acorns in there. And this bag is $3.20. And it has a darker colored piece here. It's just little bits for $3.20. And that is from Reloved with Heart again. And that one does have the acorns in it. I have the lace for Miss Kennedy. All right. Up next is a 4.5 by 11 by 8.25 Dutch made handle picnic Sewington with roses, $14.40 from our vendor Auntie's Attic. A few little scratches and dings. Still has the original cookie label on it. And it's the dark red roses on the black with the green. I have the tin for Miss Kennedy. I think Miss Kennedy's on speed dial tonight there. All right, we have another bag of vintage lace ribbon, varying lengths of ribbon for $7.20. So this one has a few more different little pieces in it. And this one's a little bit more. This one's $7.20. So, and that's from Reloved with Heart. A little piece of lace with some eyelets in it. And they're all like a tanny color. I have Mary Ann first for the lace. And your suitcase was dropped off in the mail today, so that should be out to you very quickly. Okay, this just came in today. This is a very good deal for our people who collect Barbie. Now, this is the 1968 pink case. It has some wear to it. It is $12. It is from Jazzy Junk. It just came in, but it also has contents in it. And like I said, the case alone easily goes for $15 and up. Now, inside, we do have a Barbie and some clothing. I have Barbie for Mel. Alrighty. And we'll get that set aside for you. That was a very good deal on that. We had a dealer in today who gravitates towards Barbie stuff, but he didn't see it. So I have Mel for that. So I always tell everybody when you come in here, you have to look up and down and all around because you never know what you're going to find. So, and we have a lot of people that come in one way to the shop and then they'll go the other way because you miss a lot of things. You never know what you're going to find. Last package of lace that I grabbed. This one is $4. This is lace fabric trim remnant scraps pieces only. And this one is $4. Yeah, it was a very good deal. I have the lace to Brenda. it for the lace. Now I have from our vendor on second thought, it's a vintage jewelry box that's footed that she has repainted and repurposed in this pretty blue. And then she did a decoupage piece here. It is $16. It is footed, and inside we have, well, there might have been a mirror at one point, but now she's got it probably broke. This one does have the tray inside for the, I have the box for Norma, it has the ring holders, and you have the underneath. So I have Norma for the jewelry box. You got distracted with talking about your childhood, Christina. Yeah, I had a bigger Barbie case. And I had hand-me-downs on everything, my clothing, my toys. So I had the original Barbie, because at the time it wasn't, you know, worth that much. It was just a Barbie. So, all right. These have been reduced from 11 to 8 and then 20% off. There are some scratches on them. This is the fluff tested flour tins from the 1970s, $6.40. And this is from Thrifty Rick. So we have the flour for $6.40. Again, there is some light scratching on it. The flour canister tin from the 1970s. And he also has the cookies. Did you want both of these, Norma? Because they kind of go together. They're the same brands and everything. So if you want both, let me know, Norma. You can have both the cookies and the flour, and they're both the same price, $6.40. You got it. He's had those in the booth for a bit, but until they got marked down, I waited. And then when they were marked down, I pounced on them just to get them up here for you guys. And I got to watch that booth because they tend to mark things down relatively quickly. I got to check that, make sure that's not my son calling. No, this looks like a telemarketer. Oh, and they hung up already. All right. They don't stop calling. All right, we have another tin. This is a vintage. It has some dents and dings, but the graphics are great. And this is from our vendor, Auntie's Attic, and this one is just $8. Again, we have some condition issues. And this is out of Binghamton, New York. No, I know it's not you calling. I meant our son. I said our son. And this is $8. It's 7 by 7.5. Again, it's quite legible, but it does have some dings and dangs. And it's Crowley's Cottage Cheese out of Binghamton, New York. I have the tin go, hey, Pam. People were looking for you and asking about you to make sure you're okay. There she is, everybody. Pam's here. You had people looking for you. Okay. All right. This is not put together like me. It needs to be assembled. Whoop. Brand new in the box. This is the little radio flyer wagon, and it is just $8 in the box still. So you get to put it together. It is in pristine condition. $8. It is the mini. Sold. Okay, so I have Kathy for the sold wagon. That's what I thought you meant. You probably were typing a message to say sold and hello. So I have the wagon for Kathy OG. That's going to look great with all of your guys. I know you'll get that together and have them all in there riding along. So that's one of the things Don found. Don did find a couple things, and when, you know, he knows what I look. He's getting a better feel for what I, what I try to pull for the show. So I have this Tote Line Products made in Linesville, Pennsylvania, plastics operation. Funky little great fall colors. It does have some light scratches on it. Old tray, marked down from 15 to 8, is now $6.40. How fun is this for the fall? It's a nice older plastic tray. Late 60s, 1970s, I would say. It is almost, it's about 13 3/4. I have the tray going to Christina Lloyd by 10 1/2. I wasn't going to stop measuring because I was there. I had to keep going. All right, so we have the tray for Miss Lloyd. This reminds me of some sheets that my Aunt Marilyn had on the beds when we go down there. She always give me those big flowered sheets. And then you start singing the Brady Bunch in your head when you see these. All right, let me put this over here. Okay. Let me make sure I got everything that was over here, because like I said, I'm spread out a little bit tonight. All right. I have a cute little, it's stamped on the bottom, USA, and it is $6.40 for the little bean pot. And this is from our vendor, Burning Sensation Antiques. The glaze on it's fantastic, and it goes throughout, so you can actually use this if you wanted to. And a $6.40 marked USA for the little stoneware mini crock in the dark brown glaze. Now, I was playing with this before, and I could not figure out the song on this. Yeah, pros, P-R-O-S-E. We get what you're saying, honey. I don't know what this song is. It is a working music box, $8. It is Kitten playing the piano on the lid. It's porcelain, and then it goes all around here. There's a couple kittens up to mischief. They're playing with the sheet music. They're running all over this piano. And this is $8, and it is Kitten on the Keys by Kobe Carlson, 1991, limited edition from Ardley, Elliott & Sons. Oh, music, Kitten on the Keys. I guess it's an original by Zez Confrey. That's why I don't know the song. Jackie for the music box. Okay. Probably help if I read the bottom, trying to figure. I'm like, what is this song? So it's an original. It's a very sweet little song. All right. All right, from Vintage Crush, 5.5-inch tall glass vanity canister with an aluminum lid for just $2.40. It had a spot here for a label, and it is a lightweight aluminum lid. There's a little suction to it here, so it's just a pull. It's not a twist, and that is $2.40 for the vintage vanity jar from Vintage Crush. That's just $2.40. Pull-up lid, good suction. I have the jar for Mel. And that music box is still going, so you got a good one there, Jackie. And hopefully it'll play it off before it goes in the mail. I just started thinking, things go off when you're shipping them, and I have the jar to Mel. When my sister had her twins, her friend sent up as a favor her breast pump, because they're not cheap. She forgot to take the batteries out. My sister gets a call to come down to the post office to pick up this box. They're standing right. They're all afraid of this box, that there's something in it, because it's sitting there, it's shaking because the thing went off with the batteries in it. So they got a little call. You got to come down here right away, before we think, we don't know what's in this box. It's something dangerous. So make sure you take out batteries when you're sending things in the mail, especially if they vibrate in any sense. So yeah, the breast pump almost caused a shutdown in her town's post office there. Get the bomb squad in there for that. So that was a lesson learned there. Okay, this is a cutie. This is an Avon Milk Glass Cologne Decant Royal Elephant for $4.80. It still has that cologne in it. It is not recommended to open and use Avon cologne at this point, unless you want your home to smell for quite some time. A little dab will do you, and it'll do you very well with the older Avon colognes in there. I have the little elephant going to Norma. Yeah, somebody was actually posting about that the other day. They made the mistake of opening up an old Avon cologne, and they managed to spill it and on their carpet, so their home's going to smell quite interesting for a bit, unless they have one of those ozone things that we have, which works fantastic. Okay. Did I have something else over here I thought I picked up? Nope. Okay. All right. Like I said, I grabbed a lot of stuff just because there were so many good things, as there always are. All right. I have this nice little vintage wood carved line. He's 5.5 inches wide, 3 inches tall by 1 inch. Yeah. Yeah, they're actually changing their format completely. $4.80 from Redeemable. We know a lady who was a Avon dealer, and they really making it that the sellers, the Avon representatives, they're kind of cutting back on. I have the Lion for Christina, and they're really going to focus more online than having Avon representatives. It actually ends up costing some of these people more than it does to be an Avon representative at this point for a lot of things that they're making them buy. Yeah, they used to have like the best books. When our friend Marianne, when we were across the street next door, she was an Avon representative. I used to get so many good things from her. Yeah, I love those little books. And I remember in high school, my one friend used to actually they used to have a clothing booklet that she used to get a lot of clothes from. Okay. I have some beautiful cobalt glass. It's got the rough pontil, so this is hand blown. It is cobalt glass. It is in the glass, not flash. $4.80. We have what we call the applied handle on it, and that is from Jazzy Junk. And that is cobalt blue. They are, but it's mostly online now. They still have some representatives, but yeah, they're phasing them out. That's what she was saying. So $4.80 on this beautiful little hand-blown cobalt pitcher. Mel has the little cobalts. I have that from Mel. It's still around, but not like they did. They've really been pulling. From what I heard, they took away like the way the commission is set up and everything. It's just not what it was for these ladies to go out and work so hard at this. Yes, that's who I was talking about. Yeah. Another nice piece of hand-blown glass. This one is $7.20. This has a clear applied handle, little basket with the cobalt bottom. Again, we have that nice rough pontil. We know this is a hand-blown piece. It's cobalt with a clear glass handle. And this one is $7.20, also from Jazzy Junk. Yeah. I have Jackie for the glass basket. Last night I did put up a YouTube video of a walk around the shop, so I mean I didn't really focus on too many things, but if you see anything in passing that you need information about, just reach out and let me know and I will get that for you. You can either tell me the timestamp, or if you're able to, send me a screenshot and I'll find out that information for you. Oh yeah, the Sears Wish book, yeah, I remember those. A lot of fun. You know, some things change for the better and some for the worst. Now this is a big teapot shaped basket. It is a K-cup holder or whatever you want to put in it. $16 from our vendor, Lazy Q Ranch. It is newer. It is a big wired shaped tea kettle, and that is $16. So you can put whatever in it. You don't have to put in, you know, the Keurig pods, but it's whatever you want. And how cute is this with fall? You can put in some orange in there. What a cute little centerpiece that is. It has the handle for hanging it if you wanted to, with a plant in it outside. And that is $16 for the large wire tea kettle. So a lot of fun, a lot of great decorating ideas with that one. Next up, we have a piece of chalkware. This is got a couple little dings and dents. It has a little bit of loss here. His nose is intact. That's very rare. And he is $24. His condition is really very good. He stands, this is our Infant of Prague chalkware statue. A few chips, nothing major, no cracks, no repairs. And he stands, my tape measure here, 13 inches tall for the Infant of Prague chalkware figure. Now the interesting thing about chalkware is that chalkware actually can be attributed to the Pennsylvania Dutch. And it first appeared in the mid-1800s as a low-cost alternative to all the Staffordshire pottery, those big dogs and everything you had coming out of England. So they actually started in Pennsylvania Dutch making a lot of the chalkware, and peddlers would actually go door to door selling the chalkware figurines. And of course, over time, it did actually become, because of the price savings on it, they became a lot of people call them carnival prices. But their origin is actually Pennsylvania Dutch origin on the chalkware because of the cost that was able to keep it down. So again, we have our 13-inch tall, $24 infant of Prague, and the kettle is still available at just $16. Great little decorative piece there. Okay, these are older. We know they're older because they're not the Home Goods, and every time you find all these kind of pieces in the Home Goods and TJ Maxx in the back, they all say microwavable safe, dishwasher safe. These don't say these. These are Tintern, Alfred Meekin, Staffordshire, England permanent colors. These are the brown transferware, and they are $14.40, and you get the pair of them. And this is the pair of cups, the mugs. And also, oh, thanks. They also, we can tell they're a little bit older too because of the size. Our cups and our plates, everything has tended to get a little bit bigger. So these are in really good shape. They are out of England, and they are $14.40 for the pair. I have the mugs for Norma. Good grab on that. Perfect with the fall coming up. That's so pretty on the table. Okay. All right. This is made in Italy, and it is 7 by 6¼ inches, not including the handles. It is glazed inside and out, and it's from Cavalier Collectibles, and it's just $4 for this interesting little handled floral crock. It has the Made in Italy stamp on the bottom, $4. And you can see it's got good size to it. Hear that nice ting? We have no hairlines or any cracks in that. I have the crock going to Deborah Kennedy. Yeah, I know what you meant. Close enough. Still have like 2 shelves full. Ha ha ha. I have this cute little cat trinket box for $5.60 from our vendor Betty's Treasures. The little porcelain kitty cat sitting in the nice pretty little armchair is orange with red, and then we have our cute little white and tan cat there, and that is $5.60 from our vendor Betty's Treasures. So once we get the string out of there, it does close pretty well even with that paper in there. I have the cat box for Jackie. It'll close even better when the tag is pulled out of there. It actually staying closed even with that in that, so that's got a nice hinge on that one. I have the cat box going to Jackie. Okay, we have this really cool old bottle. It is 1 pint. It has part of the label left. It has the glass cap on it, the metal cap on it, and it's just $1.60. Hunter Wilson 1 pint whiskey bottle, and it actually has the federal, no reuse of this bottle, and it's part of the liquor stamp on there. So if you want to keep this portion of the label, I do suggest your Mod Podge or whatever else your sealant is, or if you want to put something else on it, it's still a fantastic old bottle. I have the bottle for Pam. I'll grab on that. Okay. Let's do lots of little things. Lots of good things coming up still. Okay. The color is, it's like a tannish color, and then you have green and teal and yellow. Okay, we have from our vendor, new to you, she's marked these down from 10 to 8, so $6.40 because they are 20% off. We have the Snow Baby. This is a Department 56 Snow Baby on the sled, and it's another little trinket box. So he's got his little angels on his little angel wings, and that is just $6.40. And this one is called Hold On Tight, and that's from Department 56. It's got a great little face, and that is just $6.40. From our vendor, Cavalier Collectible, we have a painted pumpkin for $4 with the French label on it, $4, and you have the glossy portion here, and she painted these, and she does the stamp on here and does a fantastic job. I mean, there's no like messy smear or anything. So that's $4 from Cavalier Collectible for the little white pumpkin with the stamp on it. Pumpkin to Norma. I must have a lot of patience because I've done stamps before, and that's quite a feat. All right. So we have for $6.40, we have another one of the same Department 56, and this one is called Celebrate. And again, this is a little snow baby, and he's sitting on a drum and blowing the little horn. It's another little hinged trinket box, and that is $6.40 as well. So we have Celebrate, and we have Hold On Tight, Department 56 Snow Baby trinket boxes, $6.40 each. Bye, hon. Okay, here we have for $14.40, 5 by 4 inches, and then 2-inch puppies, little terrier. I'm sorry, these are trying to show this without banging up the puppies on their chains. So you'll find these a lot of times with just the dogs are still not attached, or the animals with the chain. This one still has all the chainage on it. I have both trinket boxes going to Janice. Hello, Janice. I'll put those aside for you. So $14.40 for the mama with her 2 puppies that are chained to her. We know how you feel. And that is $14.40. I don't see a stamp, but it's probably made in Japan. Oh, I do. There's a chip in the one paw. On mama's paw. All right, let me get Janice on both of those boxes. Now, Janice has a beautiful shop. We've never had a chance yet to get up there out in Madison, called Home Sweet Home. So if you're in the Madison area, please be sure to swing by our friend Janice's shop. She does amazing work. Her kitchens, all the stuff that she paints, just beautiful. You can follow her on Home Sweet Home on Facebook and on Instagram, and you can see all the work that she does. Hey, Lisa. Well, you're welcome, Janice. You've earned it. I know how hard it is to do kitchens. I never would take them on. You have so much patience, and you just do such beautiful work. See, in my previous life, which was across the street, I actually we sold fusion paint. So we did workshops and everything with that. So I had the fun time of learning all that. So we have from our vendor Vintage Crush, reduced from 20 down to 10. So these are now $8 for the star taper candle holders. They're glass. And I mean, you don't even have to use them for candles if you just want a couple little chunky stars on your table. But they do hold the taper candles, and that is just $8 for the pair. There we go. Got that shelf clear. Okay. All right. Okay, in the, I don't know what the heck this is. It's not signed. It is like a, I really don't know what this is. $3. It's a canvas cat that's been painted, hand painted, so it's a little hard now. And it's got a, you just have to go to Home Sweet Home in Madison. I have the cat to melt. So if you find that one, that is the correct page. So we have the kitty cat going to Mel. Okay, somebody put a lot of time into that. Okay. Oh, I did. I grabbed a piece of art glass. Marked down from 22 to 18 is now 1440. Thanks, Christina. Yeah, I really couldn't go off and go looking for it. We have this heavy glass. It's got orange and yellow stripes through it. It's got a funky shape up here. It's 1440. That is from Lazy Q Ranch. Like I said, it's got some weight to it. Smooth bottom. This is cute. I saw this on Sunday and said, if this doesn't sell, I am putting this up tonight. We got more cats, and they're riding in a car, and they're $5.60. And this is definitely another handcrafted item. It says free kittens, and it's got little wheels on it. And that is $5.60 for the little wheeled vehicle of free kittens. So $5.60 from our vendor, Andover Junction. Computer keeps freezing up a little bit. So $5.60 for the cats. All right, I'm going to give everybody a hand. So we have this interesting hand pin cushion with pins for $9.60. So it's like a felty material. It's got a whole bunch of pins in it, little flower decoration here, and there's a little pin cushion in the shape of a hand. It has to sit like this. It's not going to stand. I mean, I guess you really could get it to stand. Maybe leave it in your window, take the pins out, and make it look like somebody's waving out at people. And that is $9.60 for the pin cushion hand. Okay, we have two of these sold separately, $4.80 for the little mini copper molds. And they're little bunt ones. They're very tiny, and they are just $4.80. And they have little hooks on them to hang them. And they are 2.5 inches in diameter. Kim, do you want both or just one? And they are about 1.5 inches tall. So, one or two? You got it. Okay, so both molds have sold. Those just came in today. Don brought those up today. Like I said, he's getting better at picking. Okay. You're welcome, Kim. All right. I still have a lot of little things to get through here. Okay. Now we have here from our vendor, Belmont Farmhouse. It's a restaurant creamer. It's $14. This is, again, the Blue Willow. This is Buffalo China, USA. It is a restaurant creamer. It is the Blue Willow pattern where we have the two lovers escaping from her prison together. They were turned into birds so they could be together for eternity. And that's Blue Willow. And that is $14 for the Blue Willow restaurant wear creamer. I have Miss Mercille for the creamer. Yeah, she just brought that one in. That's why that was not in the lot of pictures that you asked me to send. So, all right. This is a Princess House crystal cat. This is from our Jazzy Junk vendor. It is just $6.40. I don't feel any chips or issues with it. It still has the Princess House sticker on the bottom. And that's just $6.40 for the Crystal Princess House cat. It's pretty cool to look through. It like magnifies things upside down. I had the cat from Miss Kennedy. I'm excited because when I get home today from Amazon, I got the big magnifying glass that goes on a whole page of a book. So I'm hoping I can read a book again. Reading glasses don't help me because my one eye is fine, the other one's not. So I'm hoping this helps. And I have a lot of people who said, oh, if it works, let me know. So a lot of my friends are in the same boat, so hopefully it works. I have a vintage little, probably made in Japan. I don't see any stamp or marking on them. $1, little ceramic elephant. Porcelain. His trunk is not up, it is down. Which is probably why Don has not bought it. $1 for the little elephant. Oy, this cat's got some weight to it. All right, we have another cat. This one is $14.40. I don't know what it's made out of. It is quite tall. It is solid. It's some kind of stone. And he's maroonish with little black spots all over him. And it is about 8¼ inches tall. And like I said, I don't know what kind of, it's not resin. It is some kind of stone material. It is solid. It is the kind of weight that could be used as a weapon if needed. And that is $14.40 for the solid stone carved little face maroon with black spots cat. And that is from Redreamable. Okay. Up next is a 4-inch tall for $7.20 vintage cowbell. It doesn't have like the traditional big loop here, so, and it has a bolt instead of a clapper in it. So this bell is $7.20 for the vintage bell. I have the bell to Norma. Got a pretty good sound to it, especially when it's right next to your ear. Get down there. There we go. Okay. In the upcoming next holiday, we have another piece of Avon when they used to do a lot of giftware. $4 for a turkey clear glass votive, and it has the big Avon mark on the bottom. And it holds a pretty good size in there. And that is $4 from our vendor, Andover Junction. Yeah, we have a lot of people that collect bells. So turkey, $4 from Avon. It's got a pretty good spot in there. I guess you can put a little bit of candy corn in there too. It doesn't have to be a candle. And that's $4 for the turkey votive from Avon. I have the turkey to Miss Lynn Rose. Don was still here. He wanted me to talk turkey. Alrighty. I have a cute little hand-painted wooden carrier storage. It's 11 inches long, 6 inches deep for $11.20. I don't know what kind of fruit that is. Apple, not really cherries. It's like a little folk art to it. It's painted in black with that, and it's $11.20. It is all wood, and that is from our vendor, Pickin' Wildflowers. They even detailed all along the handle, the trim along here. It's all got this pretty green hand-painted detailing on it. So it's a cute little, nice little vintage tote, 11 inches long, 6 inches deep, $11.20. And that is from Pickin' Wildflowers. Right. Okay. Put these in there. Okay. I have a cute little set of vintage pig salt and peppers. One still has his cork in his belly, the other does not. They are $3. They are vintage, made in Japan. They do have crazing on them. They are older. And it is the pair of them for $3. They have little pink flowers on the top. And again, they do show their age. They're not brand new, but they're in pretty good shape. They don't have any major chips or cracks, just some crazing. And one has lost his cork. The other one is still in there. So $3 for the little pig salt and pepper shakers. And those are from Betty's Treasures. All right, what else did I, oh, this just came in today for $3.60 from 2002, still in the package. It's a Mary Engelbreit needle pack. And it is called the Comforter. And it has the needles, 25 assorted quilting, vitrines, and needle threader, and that is $3.60 for the still in the package needle pack. So you can see the needles are in there. So $3.60 on the Mary Engelbreit. I have the needle pack to Norma. I have to be careful. I did a lot of stacking in there today. Where did my pen go? I don't know. Oh, there it is. All right, Norma for the needle pack. Okay. I have another set of salt and peppers from the same vendor. Betty's Treasures, and these are also $3. No corks whatsoever, but these are just pretty little flowers. Same thing, design on both, and they both have 5 holes on the top, and it's just $3 for the pair of pretty porcelain little vintage salt and pepper. It is marked NE613 on the bottom, so I don't know who that maker is, but they're just nice porcelain. Cute, just out like this, and it's $3 for both. So pretty little set right there from Betty's Treasures also. All right, we have from Jazzy Junk. This is a false-graph picture as found. It looks like ironstone, but it's not. But it has, what happened here is it looks like they missed a spot of glaze. I am not seeing any other condition issues on it. And because of that, she's got it at just $2. So very pretty little picture. Again, it's just missing a bit of glaze, so you just turn it that way. But great price. Can't go wrong at just $2 for the false graft. And it's got the nice mark on the bottom. That is the older false graft. I have the picture to Lynn Rose. Good grab on that. Now I have the same three. I have 3 of the same items. So what I need you to do is let me know right away. If you want all 3, you have to say sold 3. Otherwise, if you just want 1, let me know. And they are $2.80. Again, we have the milk glass pedestal Irish coffee mugs, and they are 3. So if you want all 3, you gotta let me know right away you want all 3. And these are just $2.80 each, and these are from our vendor, Belmont Farmhouse again. So a very good deal. Let me know if you, okay, you got it, Norma. She just snuck those in today, so I made sure I grabbed those up. With those prices, you can't go wrong. I'm going to take the tape off of so we can actually see this better. Okay. All right. This is a lidded yellowware vintage two-piece crock for $20. This is from our vendor, Burning Sensation Antiques. Has the lid, the original lid, as you can see. Some crazing, but I am not seeing any chips or cracks on this piece. It is in phenomenal condition. $20. This is an antique. And that's a really nice piece for just $20. You have it. You got it, Norma. I saw that. I don't know what I just saw this come up on my feed the other day, and this person had an amazing collection of yellowware, and I don't know, it was actually another store. It's a store that I follow, and they were not cheap. This was a very good deal. Excellent grab on that, Norma. That's why I grabbed this. I'm like, wow, after what I saw they're asking in their place. Let's get this one up so you guys get the great deals. Like I said, my space over here today was limited, so I kind of stacked a lot of stuff. Okay, here we have, it's been reduced from 15 to 12, so $9.60. It's a little Royal Copley 1950s bear with lollipop planter. And that is, again, that's $12, right? $9.60. $9.60 for the Royal Copley planter. He's in a little lollipop. Very clean inside. And that's just $9.60 for the vintage Royal Copley bear planter. And that is from our vendor, Reloved with Art. All right, get ready, guys. I know these are right up your alley. Just $5 firm for this nice box. And it's got a mirror inside, red velvet lining. $5. Box to Norma. I have Norma for the box. So we do have a lot of our vendors do watch, and they're just kind of in the background. So they get inspired by what they see is selling on here and what you guys like to grab. So they continue to look for great deals on boxes like this, the wood bowls, all the primitives, the brass, and the beautiful glass. So they are always on the lookout for these deals for you guys. You were second, Deborah. I have Norma first. I have this interesting glass plate for $6.40. It's like a big leaf shape. It is just clear glass, $6.40 from our vendor on Second Thought. So this is not open here. This is actually all solid glass, because I thought when I first saw it that there were little holes in it, but they're not. It's divided. So it's a cute little serving dish for $6.40. So. And that is from On Second Thought. Getting near the end. Right. I just have a few more items for you guys tonight. I have a Liberty Bell souvenir bell for $8.40 from our vendor, the Hip Chick, and that's pretty good weight to it. Is trying to see, is there a maker's mark on it anywhere? It does have some greening inside, so there probably is some real copper in it. And that is the Liberty Bell bell for $8.40. I have the Liberty Bell Bell going to Norma. I have one flower frog for tonight for $8. Is the 13 hole and it's 4.5-inch diameter. So this is the large one. I have no chips or anything in it. So $8 from Auntie's Attic. Again, these are the larger ones like this are great for holding your pens, your makeup brushes, your painter's brushes, whatever you want to stick in there. $8, or actually use it as a flower frog. So this one's a nice large one for $8 from Auntie's Attic. I have the frog going to Pam. Occasionally we do get a flower frog. Nice, it's just a regular flower frog. I have Pam first on the flower frog. Great. Now, I have this is as is. That's why it is just $4. It is Lawrence, Massachusetts Falls. It is a vintage paperweight. Now, it has a big chip here, okay? But you don't really see it when it's sitting flat like this. And that's $4 for the glass paperweight from the Falls of Lawrence, Massachusetts. It has the old, it's a souvenir piece in there, the image. And because of that large chip, it is just $4. But you can see the chip through the glass, but it doesn't affect its ability to just kind of sit there and do its job as a paperweight. And that one is $4 from Falls, Lawrence, Massachusetts. And you can see the little town along the way there. How cool is that? Huh. Very cute. All right, I found this in our vendor, the Hip Chick. I don't have any. There's vintage scrap sizes varying $4 for this little pack of like fall colored fabrics. This one feels like it has a pretty good chunk of fabric left on it. This one's much smaller, and you have, looks like 5 different pieces of fabric in there for $4. So a little bit of scrap fabric there. And it comes with this pretty ribbon. So right there, you're getting that as well as part of your $4. And that is from the Hip Chick. I have the fabric from Miss Mary Ann Cronin. All right. I have for $16, it is, I can't read, Made in USA, that's about all I can read. It is a slightly pedestal, and then it's got this beautiful painted fruit design on it, wood bowl for $16. And I don't see any issues with it, no cracks or problems with it that way. And that is $16. It's got that beautiful hand painting. I have Norma for the bowl. And that, folks, let me just do one double check and see if I put anything anywhere else, because like I said, it's one of those days where I was just kind of tucking things away because we didn't quite have it. We got a lot of stuff, and then more stuff comes in, so stuff ends up everywhere, so I don't always have the most ability to see everything over here. I didn't put anything here. We got that stuff on the floor. We got all this. We did that, and we did all that. All right, that looks like I got everything tonight. Thank you, everybody, again for joining us. Our next Wednesday night will be our usual weekly Facebook Live. Our next Jewelry Live is September 23rd. I did put the announcement about that on there. All you have to do is go to our event page, and if you click interested or going, Facebook is supposed to send you a reminder so you know. I got to see how many items are left to see if I'm going to do a remains of the sale. I got to head home and feed my son. Now that he's back in school, he's got to walk home, so he actually eats very well now. He'll be turning 17 next Tuesday, so we'll get him out for his driver's license soon. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Happy Rosh Hashanah to our friends who are celebrating that this Friday, which would be a happy new year for you. And I will see you guys next week live, and hopefully I'll get some stuff posted for you before then. Good night. Thank you.